Yeah, my wife's creeping on us right now.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. And welcome back.
Hi.
Hour 2.
Hey.
I just finished up some Ben and Jerry's. Feeling pretty good about it.
I just shoved like 3 pizzas.
3 whole
So-
pizzas or
Yeah,
3
my
slices?
Whole pizzas.
Right?
Pizzas.
Gromit,
I just see, like-
Gromit's a growing boy.
Maggie unhinges her jaw.
Grumman has needs, okay?
Pizza needs.
So I'm not lying. While we're on break, I noticed how amazingly delicious Maggie's pizza looked, and I literally just ordered pizza.
From where?
So-
Local place?
So
I'm
at some
assuming?
point in time this hour, pizza will be coming to me, and I'll be like, and I will eat an entire large pizza. So
I felt you. That's how like I felt. I was like, oh my gosh, because I didn't eat lunch today because I was trying to work through lunch so I could be able to come here.
We appreciate that.
appreciate it.
Maggie.
We love you, Maggie.
I appreciate it too, man. I need like friend fun time because I'm gonna
Hell
lose
yeah.
my mind. E3 plus launching a game the week after. Is
God, I
like-
can't believe that your MXM is hitting the week after E3. You guys are insane.
insanely awesome.
It's just like, I can't imagine the amount of
By
work.
the way, Mathis, I don't know if you saw my message, but I was.
I
watching
did see it
your
today.
talk, your like
The vlog,
your
yeah.
YouTube update, and I was like listening to it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, I'm having PTSD. Is that
The upside down song.
Even on the QA server, because I have to go on there to capture footage for like the YouTube videos that we do.
Upside down.
Always one of them goes up into the thing and puts the stupid song in there, and I'm like, I'm so sick of hearing this song.
It's a great song.
It's a good song, but it's like when it's been played every day.
Oh,
of
yeah.
your life, you're
No.
over it.
So we got to get back to D&D, but there's sorry, one more tangent before we go. I just realized, like, Maggie's in a tank top wearing t-shirts. Bear's wearing a sweater. Do you live in
Got a
Alaska?
little- It got a little chilly in this room.
Really? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because are you not experiencing the heat wave that we have right now?
No, not really. It's
Our
a cool
electricity went
60 actually.
You had a brownout?
Yeah, our electricity went out for a while.
Damn.
For like it was during the day while I was not here.
I'm
But
upset. We were supposed to get a thunderstorm tonight, and then the weather changed, and now we're not getting one.
you know what? That's what happened when I was in Austin, because I was in
So
Austin
sad.
for like 2 days and or 3 days, and it said like it was supposed to have a thunderstorm, and I was like, oh yay, I can like watch a thunderstorm, and it didn't happen. Didn't even rain. I was like, what?
It's the worst. I love thunderstorms.
All right.
Like, give me disaster.
Oh my god, is that a surge? It's a fucking surge.
Wait, you're drinking Surge?
I'm drinking Surge.
That's amazing.
So much work to do after this. So.
Oh my god. God. Oh my
I honestly
god.
didn't even know that existed. Okay, here's
know,
another
same.
tangent.
I am
It still
surprised.
exists.
Right.
Is Surge
I
is Surge caffeine soda?
It was
Oh, yeah.
wasn't it the most caffeinated
I
soda
thought it
for a
was-
while? It like had lawsuits because
Citrus
of caffeine.
flavored soda. So I don't know.
Did you work with me, Scott, when I drank and chewed Jolt?
Oh my god! Everybody at Applebee's did that back
Yeah,
then. There was like people
Jolt.
would chew the gum, they
Yeah.
would chew the Jolt gum and drink Monster energy drinks.
Yep.
And it was like you're servers. Your
Yep.
job isn't that like I've managed restaurants. I've been over 13. I don't drink energy drinks.
It was back when I was a
It has
host.
caffeine.
I
It has
went.
caffeine.
Yeah,
Everybody
I thought it did. I
You're
chewed.
like,
I went
"My
through a whole.
job's so hard. I got 3 table section right now. Oh, I need
3
Monster
table
energy.
sections.
I need a 32-ounce Monster energy can and some serious Jolt gum going to get me
God.
through this. Where's my cigarette? I need another kick. I'm like, you have 3 tables going. Calm yourself. It's okay. You'll get by.
I just remember I went through a whole pack of Jolt gum in 2 hours one night, and I remember shaking so hard.
Probably because you ate an entire pack.
No,
of
yeah,
Jolt.
no, yeah, that's what it was. Like
It's actually the reason why his skin is pigmented the way it was. I mean, it is still. He's just never recovered. You know what I mean?
Jolt
All the blood
poisoning.
is just like,
Mm.
how's that lawsuit coming?
yeah.
All right. So let's reel this back in before we keep going. So you can leave your little
Yeah.
cave.
Let's
You
do
can-
it.
Yeah. You can leave your little cave down there. So 2 of you have a stone in your throat. You got something in your throat, a frog in your throat. And 1 of you is hiding in a bag, trying not to get noticed as he's like, hee. So stepping into the city, I already described it for you guys beforehand, but just to quickly go over it again. Different chunks of the city are mixture between dwarven and orcish architecture, if you can call orcish architecture a thing. I'm not trying to be like anti-orcist here, just literally they usually live in caves. They usually live in caves, they usually don't build structures, they're not the best at it, they will probably refine it if the society is able to maintain for a long period of time or whatever. But it's not a thing. So it's more or less shitty buildings and less shitty buildings throughout the area. Some buildings you walk by and be like, please don't fall on me. Please. And one of the other things that really stand out for you guys, beyond the population, which we already discussed twice, is Grommen. Again, you're still seeing things from your perspective. You're still 7-foot Grommen, just other people are seeing a 6-foot orc, right? So one of the things that you notice is you stand head and shoulders over pretty much everybody. Like the tallest orc, literally the tallest orc that you come across the entire time that you spend in the city the next 2 days is going to be about 6'6". And that's like a big beefy one. Like, oh, don't mess with Carl, you know, like. Well,
This is like the opposite of my real existence. I was saying earlier how, because someone else was like saying in my Dodger, I'm like, I pretty much like Dodger's like the only person I'm taller than.
I think we discussed. I think you're actually taller than my wife too, but nobody knows her, so she's not important.
Hey, man, I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, because she's 4'11", so I think aren't you 5 foot flat?
You're like, that's like my mom's height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or her mom's 4'9", so I mean we're talking like old people.
Tiny baby people.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So the
Oh, baby autos.
Yeah, there's little autos running around.
So you notice that you're standing head and shoulders over almost everybody here. It's crazy how much you're taller than everybody around. Now, one of the other things you guys notice, and this is a reason why I'm really hating myself for last week, there are shops here, and you guys are welcome to purchase things. Now, if you're buying things like, say, alcohol, there is a variety of alcohols that you can purchase. There's Orcish-made alcohol, which, I mean, I imagine Grommen's like, yeah, we should get some of this for Otto. And Stonk's just thinking to himself, they're probably not nice enough to say, it'll kill him. It's like, sure, go drink that turpentine, you know? You know, you're able to find a variety of alcohols, because not only is there Orcish alcohol and Goblin alcohol and stuff like that, you're also able to find Dwarven alcohol and Elvish alcohol and human alcohol that seem to come in crates and barrels that.
I'll take a flight, you know, like.
Oh yeah, sample it all. So so you are able to find all these different alcohols, but one of the things that you notice is sometimes the bottles have like cracks in them or dents in them, or like an arrow, like notch inside of them, or there's literally blood splattered on the side of those bottles. Blood splattered on the side of those bottles. So it's like, okay, you can buy these alcohols up. You know, sometimes they're in great condition, but it's like a mix when it's not Orcish for the condition that the bottles or crates are in. You're able to find all sorts of other wares that are here as well, you know, going beyond his horrible addictions. You can actually find equipment here, and equipment is varied. Like you find Orcish made things, which obviously none of you guys will purchase because they are not very good crafters in general. But you're also able to find human wares and dwarven wares and elven wares. Funny thing about that is sometimes you'll come across, like, say, a dwarven hammer that still has part of somebody's skull stuck to the top of it. What I'm getting at here is it's very obvious that everything here that's being sold that isn't of Orcish make is spoils of war. Literally like, okay, we killed everybody, let's litter the dead. You know, let's loot the dead, and that's littered across the battlefield, and they're selling it without even like polishing it up first. Not even like spraying it off with a hose. They're just like, okay, nope, here you go. I got this item, I'm gonna sell it to you. And while that might be a little concerning, one of the things that you guys do notice after a little bit of conversation here and there is things here are actually being sold significantly cheaper, potentially, because what they have in front of them, they don't understand the value of. So sometimes there's like a piece of shit, nothing, and they're selling it for astronomical prices, thinking it's something of value. And sometimes you come across something and you're like, that looks like it might be worth something. And out of curiosity, you ask, and you're like, huh, you're selling that for that? Really? So that being said, there's not really like magic-y stuff here, but there is equipment that you can come across. What is it you guys would like to, acquire while in the city beyond booze?
Well, Grommen would like to get a potion of Hill Giant and another healing potion if possible, because I drank that other one. So I would like to have one on me at least, in case of emergency. But I think those are the two things that I would like.
Yep, you can definitely get those. The healing potion. I'm actually, because that's such a common thing, I'm actually going to sell you that healing potion at normal cost, which is 50 gold pieces. So that's fine there.
Is
As
it
for the
50,
potion,
right?
50, yeah, 50. As for the potion of the hill giant strength, I think, is that a common or uncommon item? My DMG is
I would think
strangely not
it's
next to me.
uncommon, but I don't know.
Where the hell's my DMG?
Maybe not.
I think it's on the dining room table. I might go grab it, or I can Google
Did
it.
anyone else drink their health potion?
Did I? I don't think so.
I haven't.
Okay.
Not that I
Keep track
remember.
of that stuff.
I'm a
Anyone?
walking health potion.
Here we go.
Yeah, we
So,
each had one.
Hill
There's a
giant is
buy one
uncommon.
for each of us.
Hill giant is uncommon.
Yep. So they obviously know that that's of significance. So Maggie, they will sell those to you for 700 gold pieces each.
Each? How many should I get, guys?
Well, we do have a lot of money.
Oh, I don't know.
How many should I get?
You can buy 2, then we can go dupe them forever.
Yeah, perfect.
Don't let us ever do that again.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah,
That
3
should
sounds
last us
good.
for the next month,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, or not month, but 3 gameplay weeks or whatever. So, because I don't know when the next time we'll be in a town is.
And we got to get enough to last us until Rise back and
Yeah.
save us.
So the anything else you guys looking to procure while you're here? One of the other things that stands out, and this
A
might not
bird?
interest you guys at all, there are mithril items here. There's literally like weapons and armor comprised of mithril here if you wanted to get your hands on it.
Would that be classified as a light armor?
So mithril is kind of funny in how it works. Used to be in 3.5, it would step itself down, but in this one, armor is supposed to be medium or heavy only, as uncommon, which is makes sense for this region. Mithril is light and flexible metal. A mithril chain shirt or breastplate can be worn under normal clothes. The armor if it normally imposes a disadvantage on stealth checks or has a strength requirement, it doesn't do that. What I would say for you, and it's also much more difficult to destroy. One of the things I would say for you, Bear, is that if you wear mithril like light armor, which is something that you might prefer doing, you can not only wear it underneath clothes, you can literally, it would be effectively invisible. So I'm just looking up what it is that you could wear. Give me 1 second, because they don't do this like they used to do in the old games. I like
Back in the
idea of-
old days.
Back in my day.
Yeah, I know. It's a bitter old
We
DM.
use them paperback books with the rules inside.
Honestly,
None of this Google's and Yahoo business.
I would say, Bear, that if you were to procure a chain shirt, a mithril chain shirt, what are you wearing for armor right now? Remind me. If you were,
Studded leather.
but is it +1 or basic studded leather?
I'm pretty sure it's basic.
Let me just check your character sheet really quickly.
Does
Otto,
it say right
Your
there with the
AC
studded
is
leather?
15, 2 is from dexterity, and so 3 came from studded, I imagine, and studded usually offers 2, so I think you're wearing +1 studded.
Okay.
So you might not want to do anything, because what I was going to say is a mithril chain shirt, I would allow you to wear that as light armor if you were to
Okay.
purchase it. But it's the same AC, just not magical, so you can enchant it, or maybe you want a +1 mithril chain shirt. Really push the envelope there.
No, I guess not.
Okay. It's also a matter of studded leather is very obvious, whereas a mithril chain shirt would be hidden underneath you. Think Frodo.
Mm-hmm.
It's mithril.
Sorry, out of game here. Can you remove the Yeti pimp fur from my list? I can't figure out how to do it.
Oh, where are you?
Down there in my-
Oh,
If
so
you
go to
see
your
the little
items?
lock. Oh, go ahead, Maggie.
Oh yeah. No, you can go ahead.
You see the little lock in the bottom
Got it.
right-hand corner?
Got it.
Unlock it. There you go.
Done.
Perfect.
Mhm.
There you go.
In the time you were deferring to each other, I figured it out.
Ah, wicked smart, guys. Wicked smart. All right. Cool. So did you want to purchase that, or are you good? Or anybody else interested in what I'm offering right now? Maggie, did you want to buy more weapons that won't weigh you down because they're half weight?
Oh. Is there
Sure.
anything that's gonna that I could trade in?
What do you have that you would like to trade? I don't know your entire. Sorry.
She has like 8 weapons, doesn't she?
Well, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 5 weapons. If you don't include the flying swords, is 2.
So let's call it 6.
But also, I have multiple throwing axes. So if you count all of those as separate weapons, then I have 3 more than that.
If they're non-magical or non-unique, they're not going to be worth trading.
Yeah, I think the
Like,
only one that's
gold piece.
magical is the Gurgle's Great Axe. But I already have a mithril. I think the Great Meowl is a mithril weapon.
That is, I don't remember if it was mithril or not, but it's definitely good. The swords, the flying swords, those are mithril.
Oh, the flying swords. I thought
The Moal is made by what's his face, so it's like just really good.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was the one where he was like making me like hammer the other weapon or whatever.
Yeah, it's just better made than other Moals, so
okay.
harder to destroy. It's dwarven made.
Okay.
So unless there was anything else, Otto, did you want to get that crossbow you discussed before, so you have some sort of range, something other than vicious mockery?
Yes.
And Maggie, did you want anything ranged? Because right now you just have throw a crossbow and hope for the best. Sorry, throw an axe and hope for the best.
No, I think it's solid. Like throwing axes are his thing, so I think Gromlin would stick with it.
Okay,
But, yeah, we
and
can
Definitely
get
need to look
bow
for a
for-
hand crossbow.
Can he like shoot his bow while in the sack?
Please say yes. Even if I can't, please just tell me I can.
Because now it has like that. It has like a little holster thing. Maybe we could reinforce the.
I just want to make sure you want Otto to shoot from your sack.
We should build a miniature
disadvantage.
ballista in the bag, please.
With
Basically, we
disadvantage.
want to be a Nunu from League of Legends.
Yeah, we're trying to build.
First time.
With disadvantage, Otto.
All right, that's fair.
With disadvantage, he's got height advantage.
But he's got no stable like footing.
Oh yeah.
Waddling around.
What if we spend extra money to like stabilize the bag?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
There's
if you
got to be
guys
a bag stabilization building.
not
somewhere around
with the orcs, but if you guys found somebody to engineer you a brilliantly made bag,
here.
that's
Right.
you know, we can work. I mean, realistically, couldn't you just use a Heber's handy haversack?
Scott,
Say those words
you're
again.
gonna have to like explain that to
Like,
the people who
what
don't
word?
know what that is.
Heber's handy haversack is an extra dimensional magic item. Think what was that movie
Where are we
where
gonna get one of those?
in a place that has more magic than
Well, someday we'll upgrade your sack, Bear. I couldn't even
Someday we'll upgrade your sack, Bear. Someday. That day is not today, but one day in the
Someday you'll get a
future, we
nicer
will
sack.
Upgrade that sack for
Okay, God, we have derailed so hard. Let's get some actual D&D going. There's no other purchasing happening.
Just a bow. How much was his bow?
Crossbow, hand crossbow. Give me 2 seconds.
We want to get him a nice one.
you. Yeah, give me a fancy one. What do you got in the back for me?
Nice.
Not that I'm asking. I'm in the bag.
Yeah, I know. It had to be thonk, really.
Mhm.
Come and be like, I need bow. No, tinier bow. No, tinier bow. One
Just-
for
one for
someone
baby orc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby orc.
Teaching my son how to kill elves.
Yeah.
Except for I roll to like say that, and I'm like, they totally know I'm lying.
Like,
It's
okay.
not for a halfling. What? No, there's no halfling in my bag.
Yeah, there's no halfling in my bag. Yeah, I know carry small creature in bag.
Hand crossbow normally is 75 gold pieces. Did you say you specifically wanted a good one?
I think so.
Make
Like,
it.
how good? Like, you want a really well crafted
I
one?
want a really well crafted one.
So if
You want some bling on it, you know, like
Yeah.
some gems.
You drop 500 gold pieces, and I'll give you a +1 hand crossbow.
Oh
It's
yeah.
+1 chance to hit damage.
Fucking deal.
Okay.
Fucking deal.
Yeah. Do you have that on you, or
I do, yes.
It's dwarven made.
Grommen reaches back into the bag, and a little hand places 500 gold pieces into it.
that's so great.
It's like, and it's just like, oh, cool. And then it just drops like a handful of coin. It's holding way too many coins, and he should be able to with his hand size. Just kind of coins falling. So you make the exchange. You take your baby orc crossbow with you and make your way out of there. So again, anything else that you guys wanted to purchase, I always have to make sure I offer.
I don't know if there's anything else we need. Like, what are we going up against?
Thonk hasn't really filled you in.
Yeah, I said I'm
Kinda.
gonna wait to fill him until we're out of the city.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
well, that doesn't help us. We can't prepare for something we don't know about.
I mean, I don't even have a plan, so I can't prepare either. You know what I mean?
And
Oh my
Otto,
gosh, you're the worst.
could you do me a favor? Could you just drop like say 50 gold pieces right now on past, present, and future gold for
Yeah, sure.
alcohol for a while?
Oh yeah,
like-
yeah.
Sure.
We
Just
definitely
expend 50
spend-
gold now. Yeah.
I'll spend
Yeah.
the 50 gold.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got it. You got it.
yeah, I got it.
So and then that we'll be good with alcohol probably till episode 52. So all
50
right.
gold worth of alcohol.
Unless you get a constitution increase.
I don't think I do. Like,
It's a bad
when am
joke.
I-
Bad joke. Bad joke. It's okay, guys. No response, just crickets.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to add this hand crossbow in actually for the equipment.
Oh,
fine.
okay. So you use the little plus sign in
Right,
your...
and then is there like, should I know what the stats are on this thing?
So it'll be
Or-
dex. So you
Okay.
for the attack, switch it to dex, and then is there any modifier on it? Did he get any bonuses?
Plus
Maybe
one, but
plus
that's going to
one,
be
right?
under.
It's not
It's going to be under magic bonus.
It is
Okay.
magic. Okay, so don't put the plus one next to that. Put the
Got
plus
it.
one on magic. Change your crit to 20,
Okay.
and then damage. What's his damage for it?
Hand crossbow is 1d6.
One
And
d
is that dex also? So then you'll do 1d6, and then you'll drop down to dex again,
done. Okay.
and then you're
thank you.
done. And it would be piercing damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because technically it's a light weapon. You can like totally like, gangsta with two sideways turns.
Gangsta, gangsta.
Yeah.
You go. You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no,
Hand crossbows.
Nice.
You can
Hey.
also make it so it doesn't auto roll the damage if you want.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Yeah, I did that.
Now how do I
Okay,
do it?
so now let's move on. If there was nothing else that you guys wanted to do in the city, you found out all the expose. You got given your mission. You have a means to
Oh, wait, you
travel
need a
around the
quiver
city.
and ammo.
What was that?
He needs a quiver and ammo.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
stuff's
Okay,
cheap.
you're
Just
just gonna
toss
give
like
it-
toss
okay.
like 2-3 gold and you're good to go. Like that's
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
So
I just thought about it. I was like, oh man, here's your bow, no ammo. Good luck.
First time I try to shoot it, it just fires off at nothing.
You know
Oh.
what? A sling would be cool.
oh god.
Then you can just
That
pick
would-
a rock.
David and Grommen, is that what you're gonna do here?
David and Gromit.
What Grommen really needs
Viable
is bird
jokes.
back. It's their fancy feathers.
Oh, you do need your bird back. Yeah, that's been missing for a while.
Yeah.
You haven't
Have I
found.
heard from him?
You have not yet.
I
Scott
imagine
just
I've been
murdered
carving.
him.
I've been carving little birds. Oh man, terribly. I can't even remember what Sarah Fancy Feathers look like at this point. I think he looks like an eagle, or maybe a hawk, or
Could
maybe.
Grommen do me a favor and
so.
make me an investigation check for me really quickly, and then we're gonna continue on.
Okay.
I feel like I need to look around.
1,
All clear.
2, 3.
So as we've been procuring our alcoholic wares, you've been
I'm too drunk. That's what it is.
yeah.
This is the
You've been
first time I
putting
drank in a
them-
while. My tolerance is pretty low.
You've been putting them in the bag as you buy them, correct? And as we return to the to our humble abode, you find that all of a sudden
Yeah.
some of the bottles are a little lighter than you found them to be when you put them in the bag.
I was just about to say, you guys hear like a strange like as you're traveling. Oh, that's weird. Every once in a while you hear like a like a
Grommen
belch
doesn't
inside
hear
the bag.
anything.
Yep.
People looking at Grommen's bag as he's walking by curiously. All right, so
Oh, maybe Grommen does notice.
the last thing we're going to make you do before we just jump forward and have Mathis take over the scene here is, could you make for me, I don't know, because you're trying to be discreet, shoved in a bag for an extended period of time, could you make for me 3 stealth checks, please? So not be noticed.
You see nothing. I know has small creature in bag.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Rough couple of rolls at the end.
I
Yeah,
think as
jeez.
he gets more drunk, he's
He's
less-
in the bag. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, ba.
and Grommen's like, "Brr, brr, brr," trying to cover it. because Grumman's also drunk, but Grumman doesn't realize he's covering up the sound. He just like is also just singing along with Otto like normal.
So people do notice that there's some strange movements or whatever in the bag, and so genuinely out of curiosity or I suppose concern, if orcs have that feeling, somebody will approach Grumman and be like, "Yo, what's going on with that bag?" And just to handle it with rolls, Maggie, can you roll me a persuasion check to convince them there's nothing in the bag?
Okay.
I want to hear.
Oh, Grumman! I know what Grumman does. Grumman says, "Oh, that my dinner for later."
Nice.
Nailed it. That was great. That was great, Maggie. That was good. That was good. So sadly, later on, or the next day, whatever it is, it happens again, where people notice it, but this time only one person notices it, as opposed to like say a group of 3, and this one person approaches, and once again, it's kind of like, oh, something like there's something moving in your bag. They kind of like approach it with like a sword out, like kind of looking at you, like you want me to handle this problem right now.
Do I have to roll persuasion again?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh no. Oh, Grumman says.
Grumman has a
Grumman's
+4 in persuasion.
It's
Still,
like,
that's a
what is
21.
intimidate persuasion type of thing.
That's good stuff.
Or, Grumman's like, ooh, what can I do this time? That gift for son. Going to make him learn how hunt.
Cool. So they accept it. You guys move on. You spend the last 2 days, you were given like a secret knock or whatever to get in and out of that area. So you can like leave that place and come back to it. Oh, the door was left open, so you can leave that place and come back into it. It's just be quiet, be discreet when you're leaving the temple. And then you guys are able to go and come as you need to. And then finally you do leave this place to head to the town. So when you decide that you're going to leave, one of the things that happens is the orc that's inside that place. Sorry, I'm just closing all these extra tabs I have open. I do not need. The orc that's inside that place, Korgak. Korgak actually tells you that he has one more gift for you to be able to accomplish this task, but he needs it to be returned when you're done.
Okay.
He actually gives to Thunk a whistle. It looks kind of like a crudely made dog whistle. And he says when it's time for you to leave, you can use this whistle to help you get to where you're going more rapidly.
Whenever you don't give consent.
You just made me think of Pitch Perfect. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Sorry.
Okay. I thank him. I will thank him for the gift and just leave.
Okay, and you guys leave. So I imagine before you're even trying this whistle, you discuss with them outside of town beginning your travel. Now, before you do that, the place where you're going to, the place where you're actually trying to find your way to, is a town by the name of Dead Snows.
Okay.
And again, it is to the south.
Snow or
Dead Snows.
Dead snows.
Like there's more than one snow that is dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's one word.
Okay.
It is again to the south and to the east of where you are. They tell you it's a considerable travel. You have to travel through the Moonwood. You have to go through into the Silver Marshes, or you can travel around them, going to the Coldwood. But you're going to be traveling over near where Citadel Adbar is, further south than that. It is a considerable way, a few hundred miles you need to go.
Oh, okay.
But before we begin with that travel, please explain to them in Thunk what it is that you're doing and why.
Sure. So after we're like probably a few hours out, a good distance away from the city, I'll turn to address as we're walking. I don't stop the walk. I kind of we'll talk as we walk. And Thunk kind of just matter-of-factly says, where we're going to help. We're going in order to help the keep Dark Arrow Keep.
Why they need help?
If we help them, they will help us. Or at least help me. And the sooner my things are taken care of, the sooner we can move on and help you with yours.
What things you need to take care of?
Grumshazai has not been on the east or on the west for quite some time. It has been focused here on the east, and I wish to divert his gaze in favor of our people to the west, as opposed to here.
So how are you gonna do it?
How we're going to do that is we're going to start a war.
A war?
Simple as that.
Otto comes back out from. Why?
The king of Dark Arrow Keep has gotten complacent. He's taken what he has and he's taken it for granted. And he wishes to die of old age on his mountain of fame and gold.
What's so wrong with that? That sounds
Yeah,
nice.
that sounds awesome.
I
That's
like
not-
die on gold with lots of fame. Maybe Otto sing me song while I die too.
Some women too, maybe a little drink. That's he's got it made.
Yeah. Women too.
I mean, you guys were talking about, you and Brimel were talking about how as orcs get older and they're more successful, they seem to become complacent. The interesting thing about Gromit is he both loves war and seems to be complacent at the same time.
Very
And he's
confusing.
younger than you. He's younger than you.
But he's also missing about 90% of his brain cells.
He drank him away.
If you just gotta hit Thonk with like a hammer and
Damn
like
it.
he'll attack.
Oh.
So it's fine. While that may be well and good for you, young small Otto, the Grumish does not smile upon that action. It's time to change things. And so I'm going to be the catalyst of doing so.
What the hell do I know about Grumsh? And I just sit back down in the bag.
You know considerably more than you did a few years ago. And now you'll learn even more. And with it, the
My
story...
seed has been planted, and soon you will all worship God.
Thonk looks to Otto again, and perhaps you will be the first to tell the story of the war that sparked in the East.
It'll be a great story, I'm sure. Otto sort of says sarcastically.
I don't
Well,
care.
You know it'd be a story. We'd be part of it.
Correct.
That's true. Yeah, we've been making our own stories, haven't we?
We certainly have, Otto.
Otto, you must tell us another story.
Oh, remember the days. Remember the days of Brinchander and 10 Towns. And he goes off and expounds upon the horrors that we witnessed therein as we walk.
Are you referring specifically to hashtag Skullcrusher?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a bittersweet memory there.
Whether you agree with what happened to Skullcrusher or not, you were the only one to you were one of 4 to witness it, and that alone is an honor. You were also one to come to face with a fey creature and break its spell, and survive to see a day by walking through a portal that led to the other side of the world, Otto.
I like her though. She very nice and she very pretty.
And incredibly manipulative, but that's okay.
Yeah, but that okay.
You don't have to agree with what I'm doing, Otto. All I ask is that at the very least you don't get in my way.
I've got my loot with me, don't I?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Probably
you
in
should
bag
have all
with
your
us.
gear. Yeah.
Yeah. I just pull it out. I start to pluck a little bit, kind of tuning it up, and I just begin to launch right into jovial song about the time that Thonk ruined Skullcrusher.
Yeah, but you'll see like the flashest of smirks come across Thonk's face to the song. He certainly
He like likes it. It's like, this is the song where I ruined the
the dwarven artifact.
Yeah, he's like all about it.
Let me tell you the tale of a giant killing blade. That's all I got. I'm working on it.
Oh, jeez. It's gonna, just a little bit to go. Just gonna polish it off. Just gonna,
Well, I
rearrange
like
a
it
few
so far.
words.
It's
Yeah,
good so far.
good start. The middle is building up. All right. So you tell the plan.
I will also give like the details of like small things. I don't want to go through it all, but like there's gonna be 40 orcs plus the son of the king there, and no real plans yet. But we need to find a way to get Dark Arrow Keep to go to war with the town, which will instigate a bigger war.
And I'm like during one of our breaks, I guess, like one of our camps, Grauman's gonna like kind of draw out like the war situation that we have, like, and put, because he has all his little like figurines and stuff. He'll put them down like where they would go and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of plan out like a battle scenario and figure out the best way for us to infiltrate.
Do you use all your little minis?
Yeah, my little mini.
Grauman's like playing with like little green soldiers, but it's actual tactics.
Could you guys use investigation for me really quickly? I'd appreciate that.
Oh, don't roll a 6, man. Don't roll a 6. That's
No,
it's
no,
we're
Don't,
gonna summon
don't,
something.
don't.
Oh no, Groom.
20!
Oh my God.
Jeez, that'd be
Wow.
horrifying if you did.
I would have been like, okay, just shut it down.
Would've
Shut
opened
it
up
down.
Show's over, boys.
I'm
fucking-
such a superstitious person. I need to adhere to this. No, so you guys are just sitting there, and while Grauman's doing this tactics thing, and we actually have something to cover before we really get to this. So we're gonna get back to it in a second. But you guys notice, but then Thonk notices something different about one of those little icons. So we're gonna get back to that. But put a pin in that, and we'll be back. So when you guys are finally out there and traveling away from the city for a little bit, I imagine Thonk finally takes out this crude-looking dog whistle.
Sure. Examine it.
It looks like a crude-looking dog whistle.
Okay. Cool. Did he say it was like a one-time use thing?
He did not. He said, use this to help you with your travel.
Oh, well then screw it. If it's helping with travel. I thought he said when we needed to leave.
Mhm.
All right, I'll try it. Sure.
So you blow the whistle,
Mm-hmm.
and you blow it at such a volume that it's really, really high-pitched sounds, but only you and Grauman can hear it. Otto cannot.
Okay.
You hear this weird noise,
I
so
know
this
that
high-pitched
sound.
sound coming out of it, and then shortly afterwards, like a couple seconds later, seeming like they're walking out from behind something, but clearly there's nothing. They're literally just materializing in front of you. You see these four, technically four, but one of them is going to kind of like look around and discoriate. You see these four very large-looking wolves come out of the area. As a matter of fact, looking at them on closer inspection, they look as though they might even be wargs, but like bigger than wargs, or maybe something else. They're just very large-looking wolves that are comprised of this like purplish, blackish, almost like wispy material, smokish material that's swirling around, making up their form. And as they come closer and closer, yay, pizza! Sorry.
You're such a
Don't let
child.
us break the immersion.
I
Already.
know, right?
We have a fourth wall up here.
Sorry. Maggie, you were saying something.
I was saying Grauman stands up and immediately grabs his axe and like prepares for battle.
Cool. So Grauman kind of getting ready for battle or whatever. And you see that they appear, and as they're getting closer, the shapes and the swirliness solidifies to the point where they become completely solid in front of you. However, you can still see, like, closer inspection, there is still that swirlingness to them. And they come over to you, they look around for a moment, and then one of them turns around immediately and walks back off and kind of discorporates as it goes. And the three of them standing before you, each one of them walks up slowly, like not slowly, but non-threateningly, to be next to each one of you. Once they get there, the one that comes up next to Otto crouches down very, very low to make sure that it's easier for Otto.
Nice.
Could all of you that understand magics make me an Arcana check? Maggie, you can too, actually, but with disadvantage.
If I don't have a check mark next to it, do you want me to make a roll?
Yeah, you can because you're a caster.
I do not understand it.
Okay, neither does she. So
Oh, wait, you said advantage, not disadvantage, but that's the same, right? It just
no, with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, Otto, you know that this isn't that spell, but this reminds you very, very, very much so. This reminds you of a spell called Phantom Steed, wherein you cast a spell, and for a period of time, a spectral horse appears before you, and you can ride it, and it travels rapidly. So it reminds you of that, but this clearly isn't a horse standing before you. These are large wolves.
Okay.
That sound?
So I noticed this, and I approach sort of cautiously, but not really getting very close. Oh, this is a spell. These are summoned creatures. As I relay that information to the group, I get a little closer. Yes, it's like a horse, like a sort of shadow horse, I guess, but with wolves. Huh.
Thonk nods while reaching his hand out and kind of like running his fingers through the fur of the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll go to kick his leg up and over it.
It responds kindly to your hand brushing through it, not like a puppy, like, but like, its master is placing its hand upon it. It responds kindly.
Okay.
You hop up on it in its comfortable seat,
Grumman puts
almost like you're sitting on air. I'm sorry, Maggie.
Grumman like is like watching you, and then he puts his weapon back, and he like goes to put his hand out to pet the wolf.
Cool. So the wolf also responds kindly to you. It responds like its master is there, and it takes the scratches or whatever it seems to have about it.
Can we keep?
Otto does the same now, having seen 2 successful attempts.
It growls as you reach your hand over, but it kind of gives you a look like "Don't touch me," but it doesn't like snip at you or anything like that.
I rescind my hand a little bit, but then slowly approach again and begin to run my hand over its ear.
It kind of like twitches away from the running the hand over the ear, like it just does not want you to give it affection.
Yeah. All right. I get the hint. I try to go hop on the back.
It lets you, and it
All
does
right.
so, to aid you.
Cool. All right. Well, off we go then, yeah?
Yeah, and why don't we use that as our for second break? Jumping on
pizza.
exactly. Scott can scarf down some pizza. All right, guys, go get some food if you need it. Grab a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes.